Hello, my name is Kaleb Stewart, and I am the A&E editor for the Daily Titan.
And I'm Chris Sheats, the layout editor at the Daily Titan.
Today, we are going to talk about the Nintendo Switch. So now that we've got it all set up in tabletop mode, which means that the kickstand is out and we're playing it like a console but on a table.
Okay.
How are the Joy-Cons feeling for you?
They're a little interesting. So, are they for one player, or are they each a controller for...
They're for one player and multiplayer.
Okay.
I have it at home currently, but there's actually a piece that goes into the center of those two that turn it into like an actual controller.
The actual, okay.
Yeah.
The Pro Pad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what's tricky with the Joy-Cons is that they wanted it to embrace both co-op and regular play. So if we were to be playing Snipper Clips, for example, which is on the left side right there, we would be playing with one Joy-Con each. So I would take one, and you would be playing with the other. We'd flip it over on its side, and we would each be like taking on a character. But if you were to be playing Zelda, you would have both of these together. So let's go into Zelda.
We fire up a new game, or...
Just press continue.
Alright.
Because otherwise you'll be going through like, just go right there. We're just going to be playing around with it for a little bit. And the sound is really nice, whether it's in handheld or docked. Obviously when it's docked, it's just going to be going over to your TV when it's docked. So the sound is going to be going through your speakers. It sounds just like a normal console. But I think in terms of sounds for a handheld, this is like one of the best that I've heard outside of like an iPad or regular tablet. It sounds phenomenal. It looks great. One of the cool things is that everybody was worried about how cumbersome it would be, like walking around with it, like just normally. But if you've already noticed, even holding it with the two Joy-Cons in, like, it isn't that much of a problem at all. Like, it feels really nice. It's lightweight. And then the kickstand itself is a really neat feature, but if you haven't already noticed, it's, like, incredibly flimsy.
Yeah, it's very unstable.
Yeah,
it seems like it.
There's been a whole lot of reports about the kickstands actually breaking. And I don't know how much of that is because of negligence and how much of it is just because it's, like, really poorly designed. But it's another one of those things where I can't help but look at it and go, like, why didn't you just make it thicker? Like, they might have had their reasons. Like, I'm not saying that Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of design decisions like that with the Switch. Even though I geek out about it when we're playing it like this, it's like, oh, this is really neat. That kind of magic wears off the moment, like, your left controller doesn't work for some odd reason, or, like, the kickstand breaks.
Yeah. It's definitely just a cool concept around itself, just because I don't think anybody has even thought about doing something like this, to have a console that you can have stationed at home but also bring with you on the go as well.
It's a really neat setup, and it works very well when the controls and everything are synced up appropriately. The other issue is, though, you have Zelda, right? Can you think of any other Switch games just off the top of your head that you would be interested in purchasing at this moment?
At this moment, the only other one that I would be interested in is probably... Actually, I don't even think it's out. It's ARMS, and I think I just died.
Yeah, that comes out next month. Oh, you froze to death. That's what happened.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's something that happens in The Legend of Zelda. Everything seems great, but you don't buy a system just specifically for one game when there's like that much of a drought.
Yeah.
And then you know there's going to be new systems coming out, and you know they're probably going to fix the kickstand. That there'll be a better kickstand for like either this next wave or the wave in December. Like for Christmas time, they'll have worked out all the kinks. They might change the hardware inside of like the Joy-Cons so that the connectivity isn't as bad. All of that will get fixed up, and I can't imagine like buying one and going like, oh yeah, this is my launch, like so Switch.
What I'm doing right now is I'm actually aiming with the Joy-Con by just moving it. That's actually kind of cool.
Try and shoot something with it. Yeah, but you could imagine you could port a lot of like Wii games and just kind of have them on the go with that. Like I imagine.
I think for sure Nintendo, in my opinion, might have played it safe with the release of all the games for the console, just because of the lackluster release of the Wii U and how there was so much, not lack of hype around that system, but just I feel that there weren't many significant main title games for that console, so I think they were a little bit timid with this one.
So let's actually take it out of this and let's go into handheld mode.
All right, so for these, you just
slide it right in.
All right.
Hold on.
Is it at the same time?
No, just do it.
Okay.
And then it does a little like.
Oh, it does. It
does a little sound. Okay, now just hold it. You can put the kickstand back in, and see it just seamlessly goes into the other mode, which isn't terribly complicated because all it's doing is syncing up the controllers.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of all the issues with the Bluetooth and the left Joy-Con too, I want to iterate this. If you're planning to use this as a handheld, that's not going to matter to you at all, because you're basically just going to be using it like a Game Boy, and as a Game Boy it works perfectly.
So speak about the Switch at home as a main console. How's the display performance and everything?
It just looks like a Wii U,
just
basically.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem with Legend of Zelda was that apparently in handheld mode it runs really well.
Mm-hmm.
In the actual at-home version of the game, which I have experience with this, there's minor slowdown.
Do you think it's because the game is so massive?
Well, if it was so massive, then there wouldn't be slowdown on the handheld.
Yeah,
there would be slowdown on the handheld.
I think in order for the Switch to keep progressing and actually pique people's interest, like you said, the console games need to start rolling out.
So I think that just about sums it up. Fix the tech, give us more games. I'll be happy. I'll change the headline. I'll say buy a Switch right now. I won't say wait. I'll be like, break down the door, get it. But right now, no. Wait. Save your money. You can do it. You don't need Zelda right now. You can wait till Christmas. Talking to you.